Hello. I'm quite often asked by students how they actually put together a scrapbook or a book of ideas to help with their photography, or indeed with any of the projects that they happen to be working on. The simple thing is to either get down to the library, the Learning Resources Centre, or get onto the internet and do some basic Google searching around the topic that you actually want to make some photographs about. And in this case I'm looking today at family portrait ideas, because it is one of the things that we're going to be doing in the photo studio at some point during your BTEC course. And I just want to bring myself up to date with some of the things that are going on with portrait photography. So I've keyed into Google here family portrait ideas, and I'm just about to do some searching. So we've typed in our family portrait ideas into Google, and I've clicked on the images toggle here to get up some ideas for how to how to pose basically groups of individuals, and that can be quite a complicated business. What happens is that you get whole loads of ideas, and we've got this nice triangular shape here with this couple and their children in a white studio. Now with the 3-meter background roll in T42 we could easily achieve this, very easily. The point is, would we know to do that if we had 2 parents and 2 children come into the group for their portrait session? The thing about this kind of research is that you just simply collect ideas for shapes, how to arrange people in shapes, how to get something which is looking interesting to the eye. We've got the outdoor shots, the classic kind of pose here, mum, dad and the 2 children. To my mind boring. I wouldn't actually incorporate that as part of a scrapbook. Certainly wouldn't incorporate that as part of a scrapbook. But interesting arrangements and things like that, and you're always learning, you're always collecting material together. Now if we go back to the search engine and we type in family portrait ideas, well I've still got that there, and we do a basic Google search, which we've got. What you can start to see is the names of perhaps local photographers coming up, people that are actually practicing, pictures locally. Let's see, we've got Wendy Aldis, award-winning child and family portraitist. She also does weddings, mother and baby portraits. We could possibly have one of these in T42 before long. We know that there are people that are interested. Here's a nice one. We've got this diagonal strong line going through that image. Let's just go back to it for a second. So we're coming down through here. We've got mum's eye, baby's eye. Lots of nice eye contact. Notice the catch lights in the baby's eye. There's no catch light in those, and that makes it quite a dull photograph. That's beautiful with the child holding onto mum's finger. But it's just basically pulling together ideas to get your mind going, so that when you're given a camera in T42, what you don't do is stand there like a startled hen, having no clue what to do. The worst thing you can do, and the most amount of pressure that you can put yourself under, is to try and think on the fly. It's so much better if you've got a whole load of ideas collected up that you can just simply refer to. It makes you look more professional at the end of the day. So we know we're going to do a food shoot, we know we're doing hair shoots, we know we've got to do interiors of buildings or architecture interiors. We know we've got to do a flower shoot, we know we're doing a fashion shoot before long, and we've also got a wedding at Easter. So this is one way that you can start to put your scrapbook together, and of course the other way is to go over to the LRC and to be looking at books around the topic to see what other photographers have done. The thing is, you can use the computer to do a lot of your research and so forth, or alternatively you can use books. We've just been recently doing some interior shots, interior architecture. This is an excellent book, and it even explains where additional lighting has been used. These kinds of things are invaluable for you. This is a second-hand book I got, new to me, but I like it because it sort of takes you through some of the more interesting poses for portraits that are kind of becoming a bit voguish at the moment. This one happens to be Stephen Fry, the actor and television personality, different ways to light things against a dark background. And one that I particularly visit over and over again is the portrait lighting reference. It kind of shows you the basic lighting setup and all of the different effects that you can achieve and also with the different skin types. Invaluable stuff. And then of course there's always the LRC. Feel free to go there, it's free to use and you can scan their books as well.